Are we filming?
We are.
Put the phones away.
Nope, I gotta do the...
Oh yeah. I was talking about me, just me.
Hi, I'm Morgan.
I'm Dan!
And we are
Stephsboys! We're sorry for that.
We apologize. That was uncalled for. Our letter of the day is...
Why?
Why? And our friend Stephanie couldn't be here today. She's the friend that we reference when we say we're Stephsboys. But she couldn't be here today because of...
Yamaka.
Yamaka?
Yamaka. It's a
Yamaka.
It's a Yamaka. She is
not a
Jewish.
Yamaka!
It's a Yamaka because she is actually a man and she's Jewish and she didn't have any yarmulkes, so she was like, I'm just gonna stay in.
Right.
So she couldn't make it.
Understandable.
It's a bummer.
So
go ahead. So today we decided we would read you guys some fan fiction, and one fandom that we're both a part of is the Harry Potter fandom, amongst other fandoms. This is one that we have in common actually, which is rare. So we have a...
Stop shaking the table. Earthquake! So we found a fan fiction. We figured it would be funniest to read an inappropriate fan fiction. I think most fan fictions are inappropriate for some kind of something, for any kind of acceptable
mostly grammar
social situations. This one is actually fairly well written. This is called Sleepwalking by Nympho HP.
By the way, if you guys know Nympho HP, please have her contact us, her or him, whoever it is, so we can thank them for this lovely time. It was a cold late September night in the Ravenclaw common room. Cho had come down to get warm by the fire as it flickered and burned away. She'd been having trouble sleeping lately and gave up trying tonight.
Cho sat in her pajamas, rubbing her arms to warm herself, holding her cold bare feet near the fire. She was grateful it was Saturday tomorrow, no classes. If she was up late, it really didn't matter, and it was almost Monday, her favorite night of the week. I don't know why.
Everyone's favorite day is Monday. Monday was the night when the girls met for Nymphadora's Nymphos.
There you go.
Cho had been a member now for around 2 years, and since joining, hardly ever missed a night. She often found herself being the first one there and the last to leave, but sadly had still not introduced another member to the group herself, something the others were pushing her to do.
Cho sat staring into the fire, thinking about
Wait, does she know what a nympho is? Because that's somebody who has sex with dead bodies, isn't it?
No!
What is that?
Oh my god! No, it's just a nymphomaniac. It's somebody
who likes sex all the time. Wait, who is the one who has sex with dead bodies? What's that called?
Oh god, I've forgotten. Necrophilia.
Necrophilia. Remember that guy on American Horror Story and he had sex with a corpse? Okay, sorry.
No, I don't.
Sacre Quinto.
Cho sat staring into the fire, thinking about all the fun and crazy things that might happen on Monday. The crotch of Cho's pajama bottoms were getting moist merely at the thought of it when she was startled as the door opened at the top of the stairs. Cho saw Luna's head over the balcony as she walked through the door. She turned back to look at the fire, thinking it would be nice to talk to Luna. They hadn't spoken much before, and Cho had always found Luna intriguing. Such a beautiful personality and mind. She'd always wanted to know her better. That's a little double-edged, isn't it? Such a beautiful personality.
After a few moments, Cho turned around to greet Luna as she heard her walking across the room. Hey Luna, I couldn't... Cho stopped mid-sentence. Her mouth dropped open. She stared at Luna as she walked over to the fire and sat next to Cho completely naked. Sitting down like nothing was out of the ordinary, cross-legged, grinning and staring into the fire.
She didn't know what to say. Her jaw almost hit the floor. Luna sat there smiling as Cho eyed her up and down. Why wasn't she saying something? Cho was certainly used to seeing naked girls by now, being a member of Nymphadora's Nymphos. It gave Cho more confidence in situations like this, and she was growing increasingly frisky, turning into somewhat of an exhibitionist herself. But something quite like this had never happened.
Luna, are you alright?
Luna didn't reply. She glanced over towards Cho's general direction, almost looking right through her as some sort of acknowledgement, and smiled. That was not correct.
Not correct, Emma. A few moments passed. Luna raised a thumb to her lips and started sucking it.
Do it.
No, I can't! I have a family! She rocked gently back and forward, not seeming to feel the cold at all, even though based on her incredibly perky nipples, she was. Who is this?
The only thing Cho could imagine, Luna was sleepwalking. She'd never seen anyone sleepwalk, especially not naked. Cho thought she'd heard of Luna having problems with sleepwalking before, but had no idea to the extent of the problem. She wasn't sure she was sleepwalking, but as Luna sat there completely naked, sucking her thumb, what else could it be?
Cho didn't move for a few minutes for fear of startling Luna, who occasionally let out a strange noise or two at the odd hum. Cho thought, what if another student came down or a teacher came in to check on us? She couldn't leave Luna here. She might hurt herself, or worse. It would be a difficult situation to explain, especially if Luna suddenly woke up.
Excuse me.
It smells like Luna's vajay in here.
She decided to try and carefully wake Luna. Cho leant over and gently ran a hand across Luna's leg. Luna, wake up. She didn't move. Luna, nothing.
Cho got to her knees and edged over a little closer, putting a warm hand to Luna's bare back. Time to go to bed, Luna, Cho tried again without any success.
Luna barely seemed to notice Cho touch her as she ran her hand up and down her back trying to rouse her, but she didn't react in the slightest. Cho thought, I need to be more forceful. I can't just leave her here all night for someone, boy or girl, to come down and find.
Cho stood and bent on behind Luna, wrapping her arms around her chest and under her arms. Come on, Luna, 1, 2, 3! Cho carefully lifted Luna up as high as she could, and Luna's instincts kicked in as she helped herself to this at the same time, still continuing to suck her thumb.
Luna was up, but Cho didn't trust her to stay on her own 2 feet. She put Luna's arm around her neck and wrapped one around her waist and held her steady, the other hand on her tummy. Time to go upstairs, Luna. Bedtime.
They both stumbled around for a few seconds while Cho tried to steady her and get her moving. Cho suddenly felt her footstep in something wet. She almost dropped Luna in her surprise, but managed to keep a hold of her. She wondered what it could be. But having not brought a drink down and Luna having brought nothing at all, she couldn't imagine what it could be. I can imagine. Fucking gross.
She looked at Luna and back to the floor, realizing the wet patch was right where Luna had sat down in front of the fire. Unless she just got out of the shower, she must have been having a very wet dream. Cho couldn't help but giggle.
She looked down at Luna's bald and well-shaven pussy. And I can't believe I have to get this paragraph. And without hesitation, slid a finger between her slit. She pulled her finger back and a trickle of juice slid down Luna's thigh. Definitely a wet dream. Cho pushed her now rather wet finger in her mouth to taste Luna, shivering all over as she did, realizing that the gusset of her own pajama bottoms was now getting wet too. Oh my god.